Welcome back to my continuing adventures on Snowrunner on PlayStation 4, episode 66, with me, MrSealyp. In this episode, I have been off camera, having a bit of a play around with different vehicles. I've been going around mopping up a few side missions and a few things here and there. And it was the Ford pickup. I'd had a bit of a drive around with it and hadn't really enjoyed it, and I was finding it was lacking a little bit. I'd found the upgrades for the bigger engine, which I then used, but the one thing I had, because I hadn't played the game for a while and I had found the upgrade but forgotten that I'd found the upgrade, was the all-wheel drive. I tried it on a Mandra without, got to a bit of a slope, tried to go up some rocks, and it just didn't want to know. So I came back into the menu, was fiddling around with a few different vehicles and realised I had it. So I put that on. I've been going around, now I'm back on Lake Kovd, going around doing a job now. I've taken on a job, a tense situation, you can see top right hand corner. I've got to go around to the village substation, then I've got to go and visit 4 or 5 power line towers, and then I think the substation at the other end, to check it all. Now this thing, I'm falling in love with it. It's very agile in that turning circles very good. I'm absolutely loving that. And even in like deep, heavy snow, yes, it slows down. If I knock it into low, mid-low, it just keeps going. There's been a few situations where I've had to use the winch to pull myself along, but I haven't. I mean, there will be some terrain. There'll be some terrain somewhere where it will get stuck, or it will roll, or it won't go up something. I don't doubt that. But this at the moment is a bit of a kind of go anywhere forward. I'm really enjoying driving it around. It's got a really buttery smooth engine sound to it as well. There you go, I was just saying about getting stuck. But mid-low, keep chugging, get a bit of grip and away you go. Brilliant. And I found the fuel economy's been pretty good. Now obviously I've got all this extra stuff on it. You don't have to have all that on there. I know a lot of people still take the top roof thing off because that can cause it to be top heavy and that kind of thing. I haven't found it to be top heavy at all. I've been quite enjoying it. And having the extra fuel on board makes life a bit easier. Now I need to know where am I going from here. So let's orient this around. I need to go up to the first one. BL16. So I want to go up and around. Is that a helicopter up there? Looks like it. Then it's whether or not, there are some roads around the back I can see, but it's whether I can go cross country. And again, with this map, Lake Kovd and Imandra, when it shows a very narrow track or path, I'm assuming it's a goat path or something like that. Sometimes they are ridiculously rocky and you just can't get through. But yeah, so this is I will reiterate this again because it's been a while since I posted a video, and I've posted 2 now, haven't I? I did 64 and 65. This is 66. That there's no kind of agenda. There's no, I'm not. Potentially, when mods come to console, I may do mod reviews for new vehicles and sort of how capable they are, that kind of thing. But this is just me playing. It's just gameplay. I'm just going around and I'm trying to mop up a load of the contracts and stuff around the periphery. I've taken on a few of the contracts for the main companies because I want to get onto the ones that allow me to collect the plane parts and that kind of thing, which I will get onto. So some of the jobs and missions and contracts, as you're probably aware if you've been playing the game for a while now, or you may even be new to it. Yeah, I always thought I'd try and side, but you can't really see that well over the bonnet, especially going uphill. That some of the jobs do become a little bit kind of monotonous to watch. I don't mind doing them. I'll just bimble along. Now, I don't want to go... There's some rocks there. Do I need to go past it? Where am I heading to? To the right. I could go past it along the rocks, or I could just go right. So just try and go up that slope. Just try and go up slope. Why not? Now, I've got to be careful here where I turn, because I could roll this. See what I mean? I'm not having a problem with it. I'm smiling from ear to ear, and I know, some people watching. Oh, it's pathetic. He's really cheesy. Why is it? Because it's fun. It makes me smile. Certain vehicles will do certain jobs, and you pick the right vehicle for the right job. There's something very satisfying when you get it right, but there's also something incredibly satisfying. The boring bits, in inverted commas, where you're doing repetitive jobs and that kind of thing. Come on, keep going. Keep going. Just keeps going. Love it. That, for me, is often, that's the point of the game, isn't it? I guess it's that... Ooh. I've got the autonomous winch, I think, so even if it rolls over and stalls, I should be able to pull myself out. What have I done? If I hit a rocket? Maybe winch? Just trying to think. If that rock is buried in the snow and it's quite a sharp edge, it might be... Yeah, I think I need a bit of assistance here. What was I saying? Well, just about, that's a lot of the pleasure of the game. It's just driving across terrain. It's that enjoyment, the physics of it, and how it all works. And like I said before, loads of people said to me, "Why can't you do it more in cab? It's more realistic." I like watching the vehicles. I like watching the suspension movement. I like watching all that kind of thing. Right, that's one down. So on to 15, then 14, 13, 12, 11. Again, go round. Just trying to work out. There doesn't need to be a lot of trees. Whether I can get over the top. I've got more of this map still to open up. There's on thin ice. There's a few jobs over there that I need to get to, but yeah. So this one again, I wasn't going to record, but I was, like I said, I was kind of driving around in this and smiling away to myself because I haven't really used this when it first came out. I said when it first came out, when it was first kind of part of the map. This and the Actium. I had a bit of a look at both of them, but I don't think at that point I'd unlocked any of the upgrades or anything like that. And then I kind of just left it. I didn't really use it. And I thought while I was doing this, I'll just hit the record button. While I'm doing it, I'll run through a whole load of stuff, and then... But what I'll often do when I'm playing is if I'm doing a mission or I'm doing a job, if I get to the end of that job and think, oh, that was brilliant, I really enjoyed that. If I really enjoyed it, potentially someone else might enjoy watching. I don't know. So I just hit record and then edit it and put it out. So, whilst this isn't necessarily one towards moving forward in my, company contracts or moving towards the planes or anything, or the plane parts or anything like that, I just thought for using this and seeing it as I'm doing now, it just keeps going. And it can be slow in places, but it's still moving. I found this is the sweet spot, especially in some of the deeper snow, with a lot of the vehicles, not just this one. Mid-low seems to be about right. If you go low, it crawls very, very slowly, which is no problem at all. Sometimes that's very useful. If you go high-low, it tends to wheel spin a little bit. You've got a lot of extra engine running, but it's not doing anything. Where do I need to... No, I need to go right. Gone off on a tangent a little bit. Okay, so I need to head right and back round on myself. Can I go over there? Yeah, should be able to. There's small trees. I should be able to break my way through those. Nothing I'm getting stuck on. Okay. thought I'd stop talking for a minute, but I'll break the silence now. What I've been doing also is going around, I have mentioned it before, something I never used to do but I'm doing a lot more now, is when I come across a task, I'll check out the task, check out the details, generally just to see what it requires. Okay, metal beams brought up to this pole. From there. That's doable. And then what I'm doing now is pretty much accepting every task that becomes available. That's weird. Where's the show task thing gone? Oh, I do hate with the tall buildings and rocks and things, the camera angle goes absolutely bonkers. It drives me mad. Yeah, so I'm just accepting them and then they sit to one side. I don't put the start tracking on. And it's something I should have done right from the word go. I know a lot of people commented ages ago saying just accept them all and then you can go back into the menu and then just start the tracking and off you go to do them. Then you don't always have to go back to the start point to accept the job, you know. Which I've now got more into the habit of doing. I know I should have done it way before now. But it is what it is, as Silly G would say. If anyone's wondering, if it depends. I don't know if any of this my Snowrunner viewers. I know there are some crossover viewers between Snowrunner and Farm Sim and some of the other stuff I've been doing. Just to kind of update with Silly G and her channel. A lot of people have been asking me, is she okay and where is she and what's she doing kind of thing, and is she not doing her channel anymore? Unfortunately, she is and wants to. I've kind of mentioned in the comments a few times, I can't remember if I've mentioned this on the Farm Sim videos, but due to the current situation, and again it's one of those things you can't say out loud because YouTube doesn't like it, that, just make sure I'm going the right way. No, I've passed my turning. I should have gone right, almost straight after the tower. I'll go down onto the side of the ice and across. So I'm trying to concentrate on this and talk at the same time. Yeah, she, because we were in a period of lockdown from March through till July time, I guess it was, and they were doing remote learning, which was absolutely fine and it was working all very well. You know, she was doing her remote learning, and as most kids were, it was by no means and is by no means a perfect process, and I think schools, colleges and all the rest of it have learned a lot from it. But I think going back in September, a lot of schools and colleges, especially the year groups that have got exams coming up, realised that they were behind on where they needed to be in terms, some of it with the actual workload. They hadn't done enough of the course, so to speak, and some of it down to the pupils in that they were a little bit behind for whatever reason. Now for some kids that even comes down to the fact that, you know, internet access. If you've got poor internet or spotty internet connection, or, you know, for whatever reason, you know, kids had fallen behind for a number of reasons. So going back in September, they really ramped up the pressure. Now, don't get me wrong, she's doing A levels. You know, the pressure ramps up anyway. Of course it does. You know, you're doing A levels. But she's just been absolutely, pardon the pun of where I am at the moment, snowed under. She's had so much work to do. And she's at sixth form college, and then she'll come home and she sits at the table and she'll do her work through till she'll have her dinner, carry on, go to bed, get up, rinse, repeat. So I just thought I'd top up. So yeah, she's been, I don't know, she's been struggling to fit it all in. It's easy for me to say when I'm doing my videos and stuff, and I keep saying to her that you can still fit things in. You can still make a video. You know, it doesn't have to be a long video. It could be, you know. I just think she is terrified of failing, and you know, that's perfectly normal. Of course it is. Now that's not something that's been kind of pushed into her psyche by myself or MrSealyp. We've always been very kind of laid back and relaxed with our kids, and we'll help them with anything, and we've always said to them, where you end up is where you end up. hard work pays off, that kind of thing. And you know, we've never been pushy parents in that whole kind of you must succeed, you will do this is going to be your job. I don't care what my kids do as long as they're happy in what they end up doing. That's another one done. Excellent. So it's not kind of from us, but I'm very aware, having worked in a school, albeit a primary school, how important it is to the schools for their stats, for everything. Just follow this track, I guess. Take that off. For where the kind of school sits, for everyone to pass with the best grade they possibly can. So I get the fact there's a massive amount of pressure. You know, whereas I've probably talked about this before. When I was at school, it was that thing of, look, here's the syllabus. Here we've taught you. You know, you've still got to do some at home. There's homework to do. There's coursework. Blah 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 blah. That's all done. Now it's on you. We've done all we can do. It's on you now. You pass or fail based upon how much effort, revision, time you put in. You know, your results are your results, and that's going to help you moving forward. For getting a job. Now, schools are. I mean, it's a long time has passed since I was at school. A long time. Am I going the wrong way again? I'm just trying to avoid those rocks. We should be right. That schools are very much more now. It's not just about your results. They're the school's results now. You know, it's not just about you getting a job. It's about the school looking good too. You know. So there's a lot more pressure from the school side of things. Right, I'm going to go around to the right. I don't want to roll this. And again, I totally get that. So yeah, that's a long-winded way of saying that she's just really, really busy. She does want to do some more. I'm just hoping maybe over the Christmas period. She's done one set of mocks already. They normally do another set of mocks in January, but what the school have decided to do is do another set of mocks the week before they break up for Christmas. Now she's furious about that because the pressure of mocks and whatever. But what the school have said, and I think it's a brilliant idea, is they don't want the kids going into the school break and being stressed all over Christmas knowing they've got mocks coming up. They're going to get them out of the way, get them done. Right, down the hill. If I just go left down that slope, across the bottom, I think it might be easier than going ahead, maybe. Oh, we'll see in a minute. Yeah, it's just so they can get the mocks out of the way before Christmas, then they have the Christmas break to really just de-stress, you know, just have a bit of a proper break. So maybe over Christmas I can try and get her on. I was thinking maybe we could do a stream or something. There's nothing set in stone on that. That's just going to be a kind of we shall see. But anyway, yeah. Hope that answers someone's, you know, anyone that was wondering. See what I mean about this though? I've almost kind of got a little bit blasé with it. That it's like, yeah, you know, why wouldn't it go over there? I have had a few instances lately using the Tatterin where, with it being fairly low slung and a wide wheelbase, it's getting caught up on rocks. That was the bomb-proof vehicle. I mean, that thing would do anything, go anywhere, and it still does for the most part. But this... What do I need to do? Oh yeah, I'm trying to... skip the night. Hopefully in editing that bit will have... something fancy will happen there during editing. Right. Last two. Oh, it's last two or last three? I've got to do the last two, 12 and 11. And then... where to then? It's the last substation, is it? And then we should be done. Again, this may be a slightly shorter one. I'm finding my Snowrunner ones, I can get a job done. Sometimes if you get a job done really quickly, I can get a couple done. Sometimes the longer jobs will take 45 minutes, something like that. To start another one at 45 minutes makes it too long, but a one like this, I'm thinking time-wise now. There you go, that seemed fairly easy. We are ripping through these rock or pylons. Oh, stop it, the camera thing. It needs a disabled camera collision thing like it has on Farm Sim. Ford pickup. Rock crawler. Can I get down through that gap to the left? Yeah. Let's give it a whirl. Why not? Yeah, we're just absolutely steaming through this. I keep losing my thread, sorry. It's because I'm trying to talk and then concentrate on doing this. For those of you that are watching, maybe new, maybe have never seen this before, who find me intensely irritating, I do apologise. This is part of my charm. I do talk a lot on Farm Sim and on this. I've had that weird situation. I did try an episode way back. What was I on? Rift? No, not Rift. Which one was it? One of them. Where I did an episode where I didn't talk. It's just right at the very start and then put music on. And everyone complained. Everyone said to me, no, you know, we watch because we love you talking and we, you know, stories and that kind of thing. So that's what I do. It may not be for you, and if it's not for you, I apologise. Right, where should we go here? Up through the trees? Yep, we could try and go round, but why bother when you're in the beastie? I've said that about so many of the vehicles on this game, haven't I? This is the new beastie. But the lifted twin steer with all-wheel drive, again, wow. I know I did get that stuck, and I want to apologise for the last episode. I forgot all my crane controls. I had the crane controls open. I forgot how to extend the boom. I forgot all this stuff. Now where? Straight across. Follow the road round or not. Let's go with not, I reckon. Yeah, all the crane controls just went up my head. I don't know why. I did a contract off screen on here. I had to collect two. It was Cabin Fever, I think it was called. I had to collect one from the east camp, one from the south camp. Please fit through that gap. Don't get stuck. Come on, keep going. Just need to adjust the angle a little bit. Come on, just squeeze through. All the gaps round, and I went through the tightest one. There we go. Yeah, I had to take two cabins, one from the east camp, one from the south camp, and deliver them to the north camp. So I went out with a vehicle, thinking it was just one of, you know, you press a button, loads it onto the back of the trailer, off we go. Drove all the way out to the east camp. No, wouldn't load up. So I thought, oh, I need a vehicle with a crane. I don't often go crane equipped. So I came back, grabbed another vehicle, drove all the way out, crane equipped, flatbed. Go out there, picked it up with the crane, put it on the flatbed, wouldn't lock the load down. I drove off it, the loads kept falling off. I was having an absolute nightmare. Then I realised you had to pull it. It was on like almost like skis. It was on runners. You just had to hook up the winch. Oh no. No. That's deep. That's slushy, wet, deep stuff. Yeah. That is really deep. Right, okay. Winch time. Yeah, and it I just got completely it threw me completely. So I came back again, grabbed another vehicle, went out, hooked up with a winch and just pulled it. And it was that simple, but it's weird how your mind went, I automatically went to things I'd done before. This is really horrible, slashy stuff. Winch from as far out as I possibly can. Just drag myself through now. Yeah. Wow, this is probably the worst I've come across so far. For this, that is deep. Right, what I'll do is hook from the back, then pull myself through. Same tree. Although that is pulling the back round a little bit. But we're moving forward, so yeah, that's just dragging the snow with it. We're getting there. Right, now if I from the front to that tree up on the hill. There we go, that one. Did you get that? Did you ever get that? when you press the button for the winch, and it gives you all the possible winch options, and you're amongst a load of trees, and there are about 90 trees, and you start pressing the button to scroll through all the different options, and you press, and nothing, and you're thinking, what? I don't understand. And because the rest of the trees are off camera, you can't quite see them all. So then you start pressing back the other way, and you press. It takes ages to get to the one you want. I'll still say again, the auto winch is just absolute rhubarb. I don't like it at all. Right. Another thing I've found myself doing a lot, I'm watching TC 9700 gaming. It just bowls through fences, and which you can do. I could have just gone through that metal fence. I just realised again I could have just bowled, but it's that kind of, I can't do that. That's someone's property. It's like, what is wrong with me? Just crash through it. That should be it. We're done. There we go. Hope you've enjoyed it. Putting up with all my waffle and chat. And if you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.